welcome to this video. So in this tutorial we are just going to see how we generate what we call the personal access token, which uses your password when you're trying to push code to GitHub. Normally, if you've not, for the first time when you're trying to push code, you're going to be asked username and password, and the password is not the password that you use to sign into GitHub, but it's the personal access token. So how do we get this personal access token? You first log into your GitHub, just like you can see I'm logged into my GitHub interface. So once you've logged in, you locate this icon for your profile, and then you go to settings. Yeah, you will see settings here. Okay, so you click settings, and then you scroll through the menu on the left, and you locate what we call developer settings. Okay, you will find it, developer settings down. It's actually the last item on the sidebar. Okay, so you go to the developer settings. So when you go to developer settings, you have auth apps, you have personal access tokens. So this is where you generate the token from. There's fine grained tokens and token classic. So you can generate token classic kind of type. So when you look at this, I have like sort of two personal access tokens that I've already generated, and so with these two, it means I can use any of them, but I just want to show you basically how I can generate a new one. So there's it's sort of like a button here which shows generate new token. Okay, so you click on generate new token. So there's generate new token beta and generate new token classic. So we are choosing classic category for basically the one for general purpose. So you click on that, and it will bring this interface saying personal access tokens classic function. Like ordinary auth access tokens, they can be used instead of a password for Git over HTTPS. So that's why I told you that instead of using the normal GitHub password, you basically use the personal access token. And so here you put what you're using the token for. Maybe you're saying general Git use or general use for Git. Okay, general use for Git. Okay, then here you can set expiration date. You can either set no expiry, or if you want to custom name, say 90 days, which is 3 months, you can choose that. If you want like 2 months, you can 1 month, you can select 30, 2 months 60, or you can choose like custom expiration, like I want on a specific date. Okay, so in this case maybe I can choose for maybe 1 year. Okay, so that is like 2025 October and then 22nd. So I'm setting like 1 year expiry, which is sort of like the maximum. So you select scope. Sort of scopes, they define access. If you've ever heard of like access control in software engineering, so access scopes, they define this token, what can it be used for. If you define it as your password, but you find when you are creating this token, the access that you gave this personal access token was only pushing, then you can only push. So that's just an example. So here, since for its general use, we can try to check everything here. For example, full control of private repositories. You need to be sure of what you're selecting. Okay, good enough you can read and see what access you're giving that personal access token. For example, here you can see deleting packages. Okay, workflows, giving access to workflows, for example updating GitHub action workflows. So be sure of what you're selecting here, read through, and ask yourself if this I need to give this personal access token, for example, to be able to access notifications, etc. So because mine is general purpose, so I'm just going to select all of these so that I can use this token for most of the actions when it comes to accessing my GitHub as an interface where I'm hosting my code. Then after all this, you go ahead and proceed with by clicking the button called generate token. Okay, so when you click generate token, the token will be created, and you can see it here. It has been created, and here you can copy it. Even here you have a message that you have to store it. Make sure you copy your personal access token now, and you want to be, so they are telling you that you will not be able to see it anywhere again. If you try to refresh, you'll not be able to see it. So that's why they are trying to advise you that please copy this token, store it in a secure place, so that any time that you want to retrieve that token, please refer to that your secure place and be able to retrieve it so that you can use it in your subsequent actions. So copy that token, store it somewhere, and this is going to be your password, or this is the password that you use when you're trying to push code, for example. And of course you can use it in any other GitHub, access sort of scope where you're trying to use to make a sort of any GitHub action where you're pushing, whether you're doing what. So that's why it's helpful. So basically that's how you create the the person access token, which is used as the password for your GitHub. Thank you for coming through, and see you in the next video. Thank you very much.